Good evening, Step Out Legends. Welcome to Wednesday, the Zoom room. And I wonder if you guys are all back to normal. It seems like there is a lot of traffic on the roads again, and looks like people are back to their day jobs in quite a significant way. So if that is you, hopefully you have transitioned back into the old normal, and hopefully that is working for you after you got used to working at home, if that was your setup. So what is on tonight's agenda? We are looking at confidence. Now, this is probably one of the biggest hurdles that I'm finding when I'm speaking to wannabe business owners who want to step out, want to start their own business online, and this is their number one challenge, is to actually progress to start their own business. And it's one of the first building blocks that we encounter when we want to start something new, and that is confidence. We can get the tools, we can acquire the tools, and then obviously action is the final step. But confidence is the number one, because if we don't have confidence, guys, we are not going to actually do the rest. So this is quite a critical step, and hopefully you will enjoy this webinar. And yeah, it's going to be a few minutes, and then we will share with you what the SOC is all about. I'm really excited about that for you guys. This is the place for you to find all my recordings and all my free information there. So really excited for you to see that, and you'll get the link later for that. So guys, I'm going to open up some slides here for you so that we can all follow. Let me just share that, and then we will get on our way. Hopefully this 7 p.m. is working for you, and it's a little bit later. Obviously, you guys are back at work and beating the traffic, obviously. Okay, so let's have a look. All right. Okay. Before we start, just a little bit about me. I've been on this solopreneur journey since about 2017, and wanted to be following my dreams, not waiting till I'm 60 years old and retired. This is what I want to be doing right now, and really putting my efforts behind things that I love. And I'm a car geek, nature lover, and really before the lockdown was a global traveler. Love to be on a plane, seeing new places all over the world. And part of that was Italy's just kind of stolen my heart, and some really special places in Italy that I want to go back to and explore. So I opened up my online e-commerce store in 2018, thinking that I was going to crack it with all my retail experience, and I got some results to that, but really my marketing was so bad that I actually had to close the store in 2020. And my mission is really to crack the code on digital marketing and to become an expert. And that's why I became an affiliate marketer in 2019. And I'm now the founder of Step Out, which is my own online business mentoring platform. And really my mission is to support passionate wannabe business owners like yourselves to start your own online business and to have impact in your life and those around you, your community, and the wider world as well. And guys, to also leave nobody behind and no one behind. This really is about giving as much as we can at this stage, that people can actually progress, transition, and shift into the online economy, the digital economy. That's really what is happening right now and where you should be. Right, let's get into it. So when I was putting this together, I kind of thought back to when I was about 10 years old and what it felt like to, and what I was kind of experiencing in life, and what my confidence levels really were at that kind of age. Now, I want you to put yourselves back into that frame of mind when you were 10 years old. What you would do, how you would go about your daily job, your daily life, sorry, and how you experienced life, how you looked at things, and I want you to put yourself back in that frame of mind. Now, it might be 10 years ago, it might be 20 years ago, could be 30 years ago, but just think back to when you're 10 years old. Now, when we were younger, we kind of had no fear. We would jump out of trees, we would tumble, we would kind of break our arms and legs. There was nothing that kind of stopped us. And I want you to remember what that felt like. Nothing holding you back. Every day was an adventure. There was something new. There was something new to discover. And there was so much excitement about this adventure, about finding out new things. We would just do stuff. We would not think about the consequences, really. Yes, some of that wasn't really developed yet, maybe in our minds, in our brains. But we didn't care about what people thought of us, or what we were doing, what we were about to do. You might have done it yourself. I can't remember if I did, but probably had a superhero costume, maybe a Superman costume or Batman costume. And you see the kids, in the malls now with, wearing the cape and running around, believing that they are a superhero. That belief is real. They believe. You can look at the little guy on the right-hand side. He's got a black bag tied around his neck, and he believes he is a superhero. That's the confidence, the self-belief that he has. So I wanted to start there, because we as adults sometimes either complicate things, or we start to build up these barriers, and sometimes they're pretty hard to break through when we're trying to start something new and the confidence isn't there. So I wanted to start here. I wanted to start where we once were, where we actually had this abundance of self-belief and of confidence. Now, what happens when you get older? So as we start to develop, and we get more socialized, and and I'm generalizing now, not everybody's like this, but we tend to become maybe a little bit shy. Some people maybe are a bit more outgoing, and during our teenage years we might withdraw a bit, might become a bit internalized, and we start paying a bit more attention to what the external world is actually saying, more than what is going on inside. And this is quite prevalent in today's society with all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. And this can actually become quite a problem. Now, with all of that, it kind of numbs us to kind of go and do stuff like we used to when we were much younger. We kind of come from a 10-year-old fearless, now we kind of fearful. And where you would say, I can, I will, it becomes maybe I can't. What will they think? I can't go and do that. They're going to think I'm crazy. And this really impacts how we behave, how we act, and the risks that we are actually taking in life. And we move from risk takers to risk avoiders. And yes, when we grow up, we become big. We get mortgages, house loans, we have children, we get a job. Um, these things are responsibilities. Yes, I get that. But what if we had a wee bit of that 10-year-old self-confidence back? What could we actually be doing right now with all of that abundance of self-confidence? Ask yourselves that tonight. What would you be doing right now if you had all that confidence? I'm using an example of myself for this next slide, and this is about how did we actually go about building this confidence? It wasn't just we have confidence and then we did stuff. That didn't really actually happen. There was an actual process happening behind the scenes, and this is kind of based on myself and my piano playing, and music's always been part of my life. But this is really kind of what happens for us to build that confidence. Once again, back to 10 years old, and the example is you wanting to play the piano. Now, what kind of normally starts is you either see a video, or you listen to a song, or you see one of your pop idols kind of really, you really want to be like them. And you now want to play piano, keyboard, and you are now so focused on doing this that you are nagging your parents to do this every day. And you don't give up. You are relentless in wanting to do this. Now, most parents kind of submit and kind of say, okay, yes, okay, John, we'll kind of start the process here, help you along. They'll probably buy you a crappy keyboard that's not too expensive, just in case you kind of don't stick with it more than a week, or a crappy piano which is out of tune, and that's your first step. Great. Then they send you for some lessons. So now you're going to learn how to play these tunes, these one-finger tunes. And you go through a process. You start to learn all these different tunes. And what's amazing when I think back to this time is that you actually think you're pretty good. There's not, you're pretty much, let's say, focused with your family, or a couple of friends, and they think you're pretty marvelous that you can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars on the keyboard, and your self-belief is pretty high. And then you practice some more, and then you start to learn these more complex arrangements and different keys and rhythms, and you start to read music properly, and you start to put expression into it, and it's quite a complex thing that you're trying to do. And you start to reach different levels of mastery as you progress through your lessons, etc. And then actually one day, your teacher at school, or somebody says, we've heard you play, would you like to play in assembly? Now, you are in front of a couple hundred kids, some of your peers, and you don't blink an eye. You say, yes, I'm going to do that. Yes, I will do that. I will play in assembly. And you step out on that day without any fear. You step out on that stage and you go and perform. It might not be the best performance, might not be perfect, but you believe that you are the world's best concert player on that day. Yeah, I actually did that. I had a couple of opportunities to actually do that myself at school, at the opera house, and there was no fear. And when I got older in teenage years, oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, it was something I didn't want to do. But I think back to this time, and this is really what the process was in terms of building that confidence. So you might be sitting there tonight and saying, yeah, this is, I want to start something new. I don't want to be a slave to my desk and, working for a boss that I don't like, and a job where really is not my passion. It pays the bills, but it's not my passion. And the first step is to start with our inner game. It is start with us. Because, yeah, we can go and learn the skills. As I said, it's easy to learn the skills that you can do in 7 weeks. Got a fantastic course, the all-in course. But it starts with the inner game. And if you don't start there, you start to get problems further down. Because that's where you start to base your foundations, is on what is happening inside, your confidence, and that comes out in your videos, it comes out in your broadcasts, it comes out in your branding. So this is really where you want to start building your business. Now, most of us are, through school, obviously, and we already have a lifetime of experience. We have skills, we have abilities, whatever they are. They don't have to be specific. They don't have to be fantastic careers to start an online business. Most first-time online business owners do not have a college degree. I'll say that again. Most first-time business owners do not have a college degree. Intelligence does not need a college degree. So we are much more prepared than that 10-year-old self that we were. Yet we still have that self-doubt when we're starting something new now. And that barrier is a mindset. It's what's happening here between our 2 ears. We're no longer at ground zero. We don't need a rocket launch, guys. We're already in orbit. Our shuttle's there. We've already launched. We've done all that hard lifting, all that heavy lifting. We're in orbit already. We're in space. Because we have that foundation. We have the experience. Now all it is to step up to the next level. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get from, you can see the space shuttle there, the SpaceX shuttle is just docked now with the International Space Station. We're just trying to get to that next level. We're just trying to dock with the space station. And then it's going to be the next step after that, and the next step. So we're just trying to do one step at a time and build that confidence as we go along. Now, if we go back to the previous slide, you'll see there was the process. You were relentless. You found out where am I going to start this process? Get the tools, get the laptop, get the computer. Then I'm going to learn. Who am I going to learn with? Okay, then I'm starting to learn and building up my self-belief. Then I'm practicing. Then I'm doing some stuff online and advertising. Then I start to master these skills. And then, guys, you start to perform. Now you got to understand where it is that your barrier is. Is it in learning? Do you think you know it all? Is it self-belief? Maybe you haven't been in the job market for a couple of years and you kind of unsure what this whole online digital space is like, and you're a little bit unsure because of the technology behind it. And that's really not an issue anymore, because there are so many tools that help us actually build these assets online. Is it effort? Maybe you're not sure of the time that you've got. Is it mastering new skills? Or is it taking action? Maybe you kind of procrastinate a lot. You kind of take your time with things and you like to ask many questions. But at some point, you got to take action. Now you got to go through all of those and say, where actually is my issue at the moment? Maybe you don't have an issue. You know, that's great. You know, then you move on. Then you say, okay, then I need to take action and move to the next step. But if one of those steps, there's a problem there, you need to fix it, remove that barrier, and then nothing's going to hold you back in that specific area. Because guys, we've got that foundation. We need to build on that. We need to say, right, we've got this, we've launched, we've got all this experience of life. I can do this. And that's the mindset, the attitude, and the confidence that we need to have to be able to step out and to actually start our own online business. So I hope that's resonated with you tonight. And I really wanted to bring this. It's something that comes up every single time in our calls that we have with first-time business owners. I hope that added value to your journey right now, where you're at. And guys, we're going to add a bit more value with this as we close out. So you've seen in my email broadcasts, or I hope you've seen the SOC. You heard me speaking about it, and there, guys, is the actual link for the SOC. Please take it down, and you can then join the SOC. There's 2 or 3 questions just so that we get you going, and then we add you to the community. And this really is to give you the best start online in case you're a little bit sure, you want to build that confidence. And this is really the only place for my free resources, the only vault where I store everything, all my webinar recordings, you know, finding your way online series, working from home series as well is also saved there. And it is all in the SOC, guys, nowhere else. And this is your community, and you will see me in there quite often as well, saying hi, welcome you, motivating you. And yeah, this is really a fantastic place for you to start your journey online. So if you don't speak it and you start thinking how to do it, it will stay a dream. So go and join the SOC, number 1, step 1. And then number 2 is, here's the challenge. From tonight's chat, you can post and share which part of building your confidence is holding you back. If it's nothing, that's great, share that. If it's learning, if it's the mastering the skills, if it's the effort required, just share a few words, 1 sentence, and post that in the community when you're there. This is being a bit vulnerable, but you're in a safe place and giving others confidence to share as well. So that's really about making it real, and for you guys to step out yourselves and to start actually thinking about these things, speaking about them, so that you can actually start to make progress, which is where you start to develop yourself. So guys, to wrap it up, confidence is knowing you can do it before you actually done it. I love this quote. Confidence is knowing you can do it before you actually done it. And that's really what it's all about. And you can do it. So go step out, take next level action, guys. Post in the SOC. You guys are legends. Thanks for showing up tonight. And the recording of tonight's webinar will be posted in the SOC tomorrow. Next week, we're going to be looking at what you want to be asked or questions to be asked. So you'll see the email asking for your Q&A, and we will put those together for next week. Guys, it's a wrap here on Step Out. See you next time, same place, same time. Have a good evening. Cheers for now. Bye.